Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic and fascinating coins in American history, the 1977 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny. You might have one of these lying around in your pocket, piggy bank, or change jar, but did you know it could be worth much more than just a single cent? In this video, we are going to explore the full story behind the 1977 Lincoln penny, including its history, how many were minted, what makes certain ones extremely valuable, and how much they are worth today on the collector's market. Whether you're a beginner collector or a seasoned numismatist, this video is packed with everything you need to know. So stay with us till the end. You might just discover a hidden treasure in your pocket. History of the 1977 1-cent coin. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, replacing the Indian head cent, and it featured the image of Abraham Lincoln to commemorate his 100th birthday. This made it the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Fast forward to 1977, and the Lincoln penny had already become an American staple. The 1977 version still carried the classic Victor D. Brenner design on the obverse, or front, showing Lincoln in profile. On the reverse side, it bore the image of the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparro, which had replaced the original wheat ears in 1959. The 1977 penny was minted at 3 different facilities: Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint marked with a small D, San Francisco Mint with an S mint mark, usually proof coins MINTAGE, and circulation NUMBEISO. How many of these pennies were made? Let's break it down. Philadelphia Mint, over 4.4 billion coins were struck. Denver Mint, over 4.2 billion coins were struck. San Francisco proof coins, about 3.25 million coins were minted. That brings the total number of 1977 Lincoln cents to over 8.6 billion coins in circulation. That's right, billions. It was a high production year, which means most of these coins are still common today. Composition and design. Details. The 1977 penny is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, which was the standard composition before 1982, when the U.S. Mint switched to primarily zinc coins with a copper coating due to rising copper prices. These pre-1982 pennies are often hoarded for their copper content alone. In fact, the metal value of a 1977 penny is currently higher than 1 cent, though it is illegal to melt U.S. coins for their metal. The design features Abraham Lincoln facing right, the word Liberty on the left, and the date 1977 on the right, just under the phrase "In God We Trust." The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, with the words United States of America above, and 1 cent below. Rare varieties and errors. What to look for now. Here's where it gets exciting. While most 1977 pennies are worth just face value, certain rare varieties and errors can fetch much more. Here are a few to look out for. Double die obverse. This error occurs when the coin is struck by a die that has a double image. Look closely at the date, Liberty, and In God We Trust. If you see doubling, it could be worth $50 to $500 or more, depending on the condition. Off-center strikes. These coins were not properly aligned during minting and can appear with part of the design missing. The more off-center, the higher the value, especially if the date is still visible. These can go for $100 to $250. BI error. A die crack between the letters B and E in Liberty can create what looks like an extra I called a BIE error. These small errors are collectible and can sell for $5 to $15, depending on condition. Proof coins from San Francisco. If you have a 1977 S penny, it's a proof coin, specially made for collectors. These are highly detailed, mirror-like coins and can be worth $2 to $10 or more if graded. Current market value. What are they worth today? So what is a 1977 penny worth right now? Circulated 1977 coins from Philadelphia or Denver, face value, or 1 to 5 cents due to copper value. Uncirculated coins, MS65 and above, $1 to $5 depending on the mint. 1977 S-proof coins, $2 to $10. Rare is anywhere from $50 to several $100. And get this, the top grade 1977 Lincoln penny in MS67 red condition can sell for $500 to $1,000 or more at auction. These are the kinds of coins serious collectors look for, graded by PCGS or NGC. How to check your PE and NIES. So how can you tell if your 1977 penny is valuable? Inspect it carefully under a magnifying glass. Look for doubling or errors on the lettering and date. Check for mint marks. No mark means Philadelphia, D means Denver, S means San Francisco. Check the condition. The shinier and less worn, the better. Consider sending it to a professional grading service if it looks perfect. WRAPUP. So there you have it, the story of the 1977 Lincoln penny. It may seem like just another coin in your pocket, but with a little knowledge and a sharp eye you could uncover a valuable piece of history. Some of these coins are worth hundreds, and even the copper content gives it a bit more than face value. Have you found any rare 1977 pennies in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow coin hunters, and of course, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into rare coins and hidden treasures. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Welcome back to our channel, where coins tell stories and history comes alive in the palm of your hand. If you're a collector, history buff, or just someone curious about the treasures that might be hiding in your pocket change, you're in for a treat today, because in this video, we are diving deep into the world of the 1975 1-cent Lincoln penny. We'll explore its origin, the rich history behind it, how many were minted, whether you might be holding onto a rare gem, and what it's actually worth in today's market. And trust me, some of them are worth far more than just a cent. So, grab your magnifying glass and coin jar, and let's get started. The Lincoln cent, also known as the penny, first made its debut in 1909, created to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, and it marked a major change in American coin design. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin featured Lincoln's profile on the obverse, and originally, the reverse had wheat ears, symbolizing prosperity. This was replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial design, in honor of the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By the time 1975 rolled around, the penny had already become a symbol of American heritage. In that year, the U.S. Mint continued producing the Lincoln Memorial penny, and while it may look ordinary, there are a few things that make the 1975 cent stand out. Let's talk numbers. In 1975, the United States Mint produced the penny at two locations: the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use a mint mark, the Denver Mint, marked with a small d beneath the date. The mintage totals were staggering. Over 5.4 billion coins were struck in Philadelphia, over 4.5 billion were struck in Denver. That's a combined total of nearly 10 billion 1-cent coins made in just 1 year. Because of this massive circulation, most 1975 pennies are common, but there are key details that could turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary find. So what should collectors look for? Here's the exciting part. While the average 1975 penny might only be worth face value, certain error coins and high-grade specimens are highly sought after by collectors. Some rare variations and errors include double die obverse DDO. This occurs when the coin is struck by a die that has a doubled image. If you look closely at the date or the letters Liberty and In God We Trust and see any doubling, you could be holding a valuable coin. Off-center strikes. These are coins that were not aligned properly during minting. If a 1975 penny is struck 10% to 50% off-center, it can be worth $15 to $100 or more. High-grade uncirculated coins, a 1975 penny that has never been in circulation and maintains its original luster, graded MS65 or higher by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, can fetch $10 to $150 or more depending on demand and condition. Red coins versus brown coins. Copper pennies naturally change color over time. A bright red, well-preserved 1975 penny can be worth significantly more than a brown or dull example. A red Denver-minted 1975 penny in MS67 grade has sold for over $1,000 at auction. The 1975 penny is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, which is important because by the early 1980s, the rising price of copper forced the U.S. Mint to change the composition of the penny. Today, the metal value alone of a pre-1982 penny is roughly 2 to 3 cents, depending on copper prices. That means the 1975 penny is worth more than face value even before considering collector interest. However, melting pennies for their metal content is illegal in the United States, but it shows just how undervalued these coins can seem at first glance. As of today in 2025, here's a general idea of what your 1975 penny might be worth. Circulated coins, 1 to 3 cents. Due to copper content, uncirculated red coins, MS60 to MS65 $5 to $1.50. High-grade red coins, MS66 to MS67 $100 to $1,500 or more. Error coins, double die, off-center, die cracks, $20 to several $100 depending on severity and rarity. If you have a full roll of uncirculated 1975 pennies, especially from the Denver Mint, you could be sitting on a small gold mine. Absolutely, because of their copper content, age, and the potential for rare errors, 1975 pennies are worth holding onto. They may not make you a millionaire, but they're a solid, affordable entry point into the world of coin collecting, and some can be surprisingly valuable. Plus, there's something special about preserving a piece of American history, a coin that's been around for half a century, possibly passed through hundreds of hands, and still holds more value than meets the EYE.SO. Do you have a 1975 penny sitting in your change jar? Go check. Look for that bright red shine, inspect for errors, and maybe even consider getting it graded if it's in pristine condition. And if you found this video helpful or interesting, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest coin discoveries and value updates. Drop a comment below if you've got a cool 1975 penny story or question. We love hearing from fellow collectors. Thanks for watching. And remember, sometimes the smallest coin can carry the biggest value. See you in the next video. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode where history and hidden treasures meet. If you're a coin collector, a history buff, or just someone curious about the hidden value in your pocket change, then you're going to want to stick around. Because today, we're diving deep into a coin that seems ordinary but holds an extraordinary story, the 1982 1-cent coin, also known as the 1982 Lincoln penny. This little copper coin may be worth just a cent at face value, but some versions of it are worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars in today's market. And guess what? You might even have one in your collection or stashed away in an old jar at home. So let's roll back the clock and dig into the incredible journey of the 1982 penny, its history, the changes that made it so special, the rarities to look out for, and of course, how much these coins are actually worth today. Let's begin with a bit of background. The penny featuring Abraham Lincoln has been in circulation since 1909, first released on the centennial of Lincoln's birth. But something major happened in 1982 that makes this year so fascinating for collectors. Before 1982, Lincoln pennies were made mostly of 95% copper and 5% zinc. These coins weighed about 3.11 grams. But copper prices were rising fast in the early 1980s, and the cost to make a penny was nearing, and even exceeding, its face value. The US Mint had to ACT.SO in 1982. They changed the composition of the penny to a zinc core with a thin copper coating, dropping the weight to 2.5 grams. This change saved the government millions of dollars, but it also created a unique situation. Both copper and zinc pennies were minted in the same year, and not just in one or two variations. In total, there were 7 different types of 1982 pennies produced, and that's what makes this coin so exciting. Now, let's break this down. There are 7 official varieties of the 1982 penny, and here's why. First, you had 2 main metal compositions, copper and zinc. Then, you had 2 mints producing coins, Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, marked with a small d. Next, the design included either a large date or small date, referring to the size of the date numerals on the coin. So, we end up with 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 D large date copper, 1982 D large date zinc, 1982 D small date zinc. Now here's where it gets really interesting. There were no officially released 1982 D small date copper pennies. But in 2016, a collector discovered one, and it was certified genuine. Only a few of these have been confirmed, making it one of the rarest modern US coins. So what are these coins actually worth today? Let's start with the common types. If you've got a regular 1982 penny, its value is usually 1 cent, unless it's in uncirculated or proof condition. High-grade examples can fetch between $1 and $20 depending on their condition and type, But here's where the money is. A 1982 small date copper penny from Philadelphia in pristine condition can sell for $10 to $300 or more. The 1982 D small date zinc in mint condition might bring around $20 to $150. But the holy grail is the 1982 D small date copper penny. Only a handful are known to exist, and they can sell for over $10,000 or even more at auction. That's right, a 1-cent coin worth over $10,000. That's why collectors go crazy over this year. So how can you check if your 1982 penny is copper or zinc? Here's a quick test. Weigh the coin on a digital scale. Copper pennies weigh around 3.11 grams. Zinc pennies weigh about 2.5 grams. Look at the date. Compare it to examples of large date versus small date online, or use a magnifier. There are subtle differences, especially in the 2 and the shape of the 8. Check for the mint mark. A small D under the date means it was minted in Denver, and if you suspect you have a 1982 D small date copper, get it professionally graded. You might be sitting on a gold mine. The 1982 penny teaches us that even the smallest coins can hold huge stories and values. It's a reminder to never overlook the details, especially when it comes to collecting. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious beginner, checking your change could literally pay off. So go ahead, dig through those jars, old wallets, and piggy banks. Who knows? That one little copper penny might just be your lucky find. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more deep dives into rare coins, hidden treasures, and fascinating history. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin, and don't forget to share this with your friends, especially if they think pennies are just pennies. You might change their mind or their fortune. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting and keep discovering.